Hi guys, Connor Smith here, and first of all I have to say for this video, Merry Christmas to all of you. Hope you had an amazing day, and goodwill to you all. Now, moving on to the main video today. When I watched Day of the Doctor, that was on 23rd November, obviously for the anniversary. When I watched that episode for the first time, I thought it's never going to be topped. You had John Hurt, the amazing War Doctor. You had David Tennant, my favourite Doctor, come back. You had Zygons, you had the Daleks, you had a really good storyline, you had all these little cameos, you had Peter Capaldi coming, you had Tom Baker, you had Billy Piper, you had all these amazing characters, and such a good plot and special effects and everything. When I first watched it, I thought it's never going to be topped. They can never do something like that again. It's for the 50th, won't be topped. That is until I watched Time of the Doctor tonight, and wow. That's all I have to say. Wow. What an episode. And if it wasn't so amazing, I wouldn't be reviewing it right now, honestly. I would be going and watching EastEnders or something. Probably wouldn't, don't like EastEnders, but I would do something else if this episode wasn't so amazing. I just have to talk about it. This review will contain spoilers, so if you haven't watched it, if you've been doing something else and you're going to watch it later on iPlayer or on Sky Demand or whatever, do not watch this video because it will contain spoilers and I don't want to ruin it for you if you haven't watched it. But if you do want to know spoilers for watching it, or if you have watched it, then you should enjoy it. So first of all, we have this great opening sequence with the Daleks and Cybermen and this planet, about the signal about the planet, and everyone's too scared to go down and want someone to make the first move. Obviously the Doctor's there trying to find out. He has this Cyberman head, destroy Cyberman head, who's called Handles, and he gets a phone call from his friend Clara about coming for Christmas dinner and stuff. So obviously she's gone back between Day of the Doctor and Time of the Doctor, so she asks him to come over and pretend to be his boyfriend for this Christmas dinner, and so he agrees. And because you do need some humour in this episode, because obviously it's going to get really sad later on, and the first 10-20 minutes, I mean, it's really good. You get some humour with the family and stuff, and the hologram clothes, and it is quite it's quite funny and it is good. So it's nice to have a bit of humour in there before we get to obviously later on, which will be a lot sadder. So we have that, and then we go on to the actual main plot, when we meet Tasha Lem, who's a really good character. I'm glad they created her because it really flows into the story that she comes in. So it's nice to see her in it. A great character creation there. Really, really good. So you have her, and then and like sends the Doctor down because he wants to investigate to this town called Christmas. The planet apparently is Gallifrey, and we'll be getting onto this in a minute. And so they go to this town called Christmas. It's really nice. They go to this clock tower, and guess what the Doctor finds there? A crack in the wall. Now, all these little ties. Now you might know, like Stephen Moffat said, they were going to tie everything together in this episode, and have done, because in past series, like with not so much for classic series, but since we've had Eccleston back, we've had little hints about what will be coming. Like we had Bad Wolf in series 1, we had and a bit in series 2, we've had Saxon series 3, we've had Dr. Don series 4. So little things, and the not 4 times in the special. So you had these little things. In Maximus era, it's slapped at you in the face, so you can't miss it at all. You might miss the little things in the past series. No, it is literally stamped in your face what's happening. Massive cracks in everywhere. And then, so that was in series 5. Series 6, can't stand series 6. In series 6 you have Science for Fall. Series 7 you have Impossible Girl, but that was wrapped up in Name of the Doctor, so that's fine. There's these 2 other mysteries though, and it's all wrapped up now because it ties into Day of the Doctor. Because you know when all the Doctors in their TARDIS span in and throws Gallifrey, and they're doing all the catchphrases. Geronimo, Alonzi, Gallifrey stands, and all this, and all the other doctors coming in. Capaldi's like 13, and he pulls back the handle, and you know the whole sequence. And this is the Doctor, and all that. You can watch the episode if you haven't seen that. But so they freeze Gallifrey, and apparently this planet is Gallifrey, but the Time Lords are trapped, and that's where this is where they made the crack as a gateway, like as a message, but aren't sure if it's safe to come through. So they have to ask the question to the Doctor, Doctor Who, to make sure they know it's the Doctor. So that's where it all wraps up. So and once they get that, they know it's safe to come through, and they can come through the crack and return. So that's the whole 3 years of mystery wrapped up into this episode now. So you need the Doctor to know what's happening there. So we know this, and they need the Doctor's confirmation. Now the Doctor can't leave this planet, because if he leaves, all the monsters, Dalek, Cybermen, and all that can come and attack. And if he doesn't leave, then and he lets Time Lords come through, there'll be a massive war between them. So he can't leave. So he sends Clara back home, and he stays on this planet. Apparently it gets confusing, because they say it's like Trenzalore as well. Gallifrey, no, it's Trenzalore. So apparently it's Trenzalore as well now. So it's not Gallifrey anymore, it's Trenzalore. So it's really confusing, some of these Moffat things. He's an amazing writer, and he's really clever, but sometimes if you've got a brain like mine, you can't get all these different stories into place. So apparently it's Trenzalore. This is where the Doctor's meant to die and stuff, so this is where all wraps up. And then you have some, like, scattered through the episode, you have some nice monster scenes. You have Weeping Angels through the snow grabbing Clara's leg and stuff. That was nice. Nice to see Weeping Angels. I wouldn't really want to see them again though. I think they're overused now. They're getting really overused. I mean, Blink was amazing, really initiative. It was amazing, original. I loved Blink. Definitely one of my favourite 10 episodes. Maybe even one of my favourite new series episodes, I have to say. But they've been overused since they come back into Matt's era, which is why I don't really want to see them with Capaldi too much. Maybe only one episode with Capaldi, I don't know. Same with Silence. I mean, isn't that nice to see them wrapped up? And little scene Clara there. Confess. Don't get where the confess bit comes from. But yeah, I don't really want to see them too much either. In Capaldi. Obviously, we're going to see the Dalek Cybermen again. It's so obvious. They're not just going to stop Daleks and Cybermen now. I would like to see more creatures like the Zygons and the Ice Warriors make more appearances, rather than exterminate every single episode. I do like the Daleks, trust me, they're just really overused at the minute anyway. So that's the Daleks and stuff, and so the monsters is nice, having all these different monsters and the wooden Cybermen and everything. So it is quite nice fitting into that. So yeah, TARDIS eventually comes back, and with Clara grabbing on, and the Doctor's aged quite a lot, and he's now stopping these wooden Cybermen and other stuff. And they reunite, and then Doctor sends her back again. Obviously he doesn't want her to get injured and stuff and hurt, and he ages even more, and he gets to the point where he's about to die. There was a nice scene with Clara's family and stuff as well, between that. So yeah, so now there's a massive war going on. Those are the other races been destroying stuff, and now it's all the Doctors with the Silence and the army, and the priests and they're fighting the Daleks, who are the only ones that saw. Obviously the Cybermen have given up, the Weeping Angels have given up. So now it's just the persistent little perishers, the Daleks, are fighting everyone left. So the Doctor now, and the Doctor's really old now, he's really knocking on. So he's facing death soon. Obviously he has no more regenerations if you count, because you count John 11, so this is really clever. So it's 11 Doctors, 12 faces, count her, 13 regenerations if you count the Meta Crisis 10th Doctor. So Matt Smith, the Doctor is going to die. He's come to an end. And then so he goes up to face the Daleks one last. After an initial scene with Clara, he goes up to face the Daleks one last time, walking stick and all. He's going to give them a good tongue lashing before they shoot him. They're probably still scared of him, but they might shoot him and he'll either die of old age or he'll get shot. And Clara convinces the Time Lords to come through and save him. So the Time Lords, a massive crack opens in the sky whilst the Doctor's giving his speech. And this is just amazing. And they give him new regeneration powers. And then I've always dreamed of, like, if I was the Doctor, I'd use my energy and smash monsters up with my energy and then go like that. He sort of does that and he destroys the clock tower and everything. Destroys all the Daleks. And yeah. And so he's back, Clara in the TARDIS. And she sees the Doctor and he's his normal face again. He's resetting as he's about to regenerate. And it's nice. It's not overly. No, I'd love to tell it. He's best Doctor, in my opinion. But his ending scene, I mean, he was literally crying, "I don't want to go." I mean, it doesn't suit his character. Like, so, Eccleston's regeneration, I have to say, fair play to him. He's not my favourite Doctor, but I do like him, and his regeneration scene perfectly fits his character, and he's taking it on the chin, he's like, "Oh, and so was I was fantastic too," and that suits him. And it's the same with a lot of these Doctors, like Tom Baker sort of suited him, and Patrick Troughton suited him, and David Tennant didn't suit him. Matt Smith's regeneration, though, completely suited Matt Smith, undoing the bow tie, and Karen Gillan making that cameo was really nice. Really, really nice ending to Matt Smith's era. But one thing I have to be honest about, I didn't like the actual regeneration. It was way too quick for me. I didn't want it to be massive like Tennant's, like going on for about 10 minutes. But I didn't want it to be. It's literally so quick, and Capaldi comes straight in, and he's on it like a rocket, Capaldi, and he's amazing when he comes in, all this energy. Do you know how to fly this thing? He doesn't know how to fly it. It's a great ending to the episode. I love Capaldi coming in, but that regeneration is so short. The bit before is amazing, the bit after is amazing, but the actual transition is way too short for me, and that is a shame. Apart from the actual regeneration scene itself. Apart from that transition, perfect episode for me. Perfect. Matt Smith, absolutely outstanding. His best performance to date, probably. Probably his best performance to date. Jenna Coleman, amazing. Jenna Coleman was amazing. The guest stars were amazing. Could be my favourite episode ever. Could be. Day of the Doctor was up there with it. The last two special episodes that have come out have been outstanding, and I pray they keep it up with Capaldi. I pray they keep it up. I want them to make the series darker now, and I just want them to keep making it amazing. So my final verdict, I'm gonna give it a 10. I'm sorry guys, I have to give it a 10. I can't fault it. I know the regeneration was too short, but I cannot fault it. Amazing episode. So, well done to Matt Smith, amazing Doctor. Thanks for everything you've done as a Doctor. And bring on Capaldi. So thanks guys, Merry Christmas, and I shall see you soon with a review of Day of the Doctor and some loads more stuff. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.